Hello, I am so happy to be able to announce the 15th recipient of the White Pube Writers Grant, which is funded by Creative Debuts. This 15th award goes to, drumroll, Polly Manning. I'm just going to read out a quick bio. Polly Manning is a Welsh writer and currently lives in the Upper Swansea Valley in South Wales. While she has worked in screenwriting and film direction, her main interest is in prose fiction, in particular, the short story. Her stories focus on life in rural and de-industrialised parts of Wales, with a particular interest in the ways in which young people find subversive meaning within these often bleak realities. She is disinterested in the sentimental depiction of Wales as a mystical Celtic wilderness detached from the miseries of capitalist neoliberalism, preferring to write stories about the people that actually live there. She is a Welsh speaker and currently working on a collection of short stories. So, we got an email from Polly, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we chose Polly's work from Gab specifically, because she's the one that found the email. So, Gab says, Polly sent us 2 texts that both got me right in the gut in different painful ways. One was quick, sharp stab and a gasp. The other was an uncomfortable hug from the behind that got tighter and tighter until I felt sad and sick. Acute, emotional, affecting and bleak. I read both texts back to back and I immediately wanted to read more. And that's how I knew we'd found our next recipient. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let Polly take it away. She's going to read a text called Spider. The reason we do these audio versions of the text is because it's a nice way to listen to texts. If you prefer this as a format rather than reading, you have the actual text in the writer's own voice with their own specific rhythm and cadence and accent, and hopefully it's a bit more, personable. I will be back at the end to give you a little bit of info about the Writers Grant, like just bits about applying. If you are eligible and would like to submit something, then stay tuned till the end. But I'm going to shut up now. Okay, goodbye.
Spider. He's in the kitchen, cutting a pizza into triangles with a pair of scissors. She watches him from the adjoining bathroom, perched on the edge of the bathtub. She studies the muscles twitching under his Welsh water shirt and feels them under her fingertips. The air stinks of hot, black crust. It is November and cold, and she is exhausted. The shadow of a branch flickers in the frosted glass of the window above the sink. She bends to plug the drain and screams. A house spider sits on the drain, black and skeletal, abdomen bulging with threat. Instantly she imagines it scuttling across the curve of her neck and moans with fear. He doesn't jump when she screams, but turns and walks into the bathroom with the scissors in his hand. He cocks his eyebrow at her in a way that lacks concern but wants to express it. She gives an apologetic laugh and points to the spider. He smiles, and it is a generous, forgiving smile, and her cheeks warm with embarrassment, with pleasure. She is pleased that she can offer this to him, because it makes him frown with concentration, it broadens his shoulders, and he is handsome to her in a way that is painful. He comes to the bath and looks at the spider. She goes to the window and opens it in preparation. A sip of wind howls over her hand, and at the same moment he bends over the drain and cuts the spider in half with the scissors. It falls apart in 2 limp pieces. The bulb of its body, attached to a cluster of legs, lies on one half of the drain. Its beaded head stares at her from the other half, smeared with tomato paste. He turns from the bath, and she has just enough time to rearrange her features before he looks at her and grins. He goes into the kitchen, and she doesn't move for a long time. She stares at the halves of spider in the drain. She closes the bathroom door and locks it, then goes to the bath. She runs water, and the parts of the spider swirl around the drain, but do not go down. She picks up a shampoo bottle and kneels with half-closed eyes and thumps its base down on the spider. She thumps it until the soft flesh of its abdomen is sunk through the holes of the drain and its legs are slick against the ceramic like pressed flowers. She hears him singing under his breath in the kitchen, and something inside her kills in on itself.
Hello, it's me again. So, the White Pube Writers Grant is funded by Creative Debuts. Creative Debuts is a disrupting and democratising art platform focused on supporting artists and designers from underrepresented communities that may otherwise go under the radar. So as well as being funders for our Writers Grant, they also do the Black Artist Grant. Info for the Writers Grant is on our website, but check out Creative Debuts for info about the bag, the Black Artist Grant, and you can find them on Instagram as well. So that's creativedebuts.co.uk and at Creative Debuts on Instagram. The White Pube Writers Grant is a one-off £500 grant to be given out to a different working class writer based in the UK once every month. This grant has been set up to support writers of all ages who are early in their careers and would benefit from this no strings attached financial support to help them in whatever way they like, be that money to cover time to write, books, web hosting, printing, subscriptions, research, development, travel, or even just money to fund life expenses and rent. Some writers publish work on their own websites with little to no funding to encourage them. Others pitch to established publications and, if they are lucky, might get paid every once in a while to write for someone else. It's difficult to keep going and harder still to carve out the time to write, which is what writing needs. So we hope this grant will help towards those challenges in some small way. A recipient will be chosen monthly, and this grant is open to individuals, collaborations and groups. The writing could be fiction or non-fiction, creative, criticism, whatever it is you're working on. The White Pube will be selecting recipients, and these will be chosen based on their ongoing research as well as anybody who would like to put themselves forward. There is no formal application process. If you would like to get in touch, please email funding@thewhitepube.com with a very brief introduction to yourself, contact information and of course an example of your writing. This could be text in the body of the email itself, attached as a PDF, or a link to an external website or recording. There is no deadline, as this is a monthly rolling grant, and the grant does not expect any outcomes or reporting. We do have further FAQs on the Writers Grant page on our website, so if you have some questions, definitely double check the FAQs. Go to thewhitepube.co.uk or .com, either one, /writers grant, and all of that information that I just read out, plus the FAQs, plus all of the work of our previous recipients. That's all from me, so I will see you this time next month. Goodbye.